Made all over the world, enjoyed by millions, but still mysterious to many.
Including us.
Oh, my God.
I'm Matthew Goode.
And I'm Matthew Rhys. You might be wondering what two actors are doing on a show about wine.
I've always loved that sound. Glass of giggles. And then maybe a cleansing ale.
Well, we're going to be looking behind the labels on all kinds of bottles.
Is there a dry finish on it?
Yeah, it is dry.
I quite like
Well,
it.
okay.
So do I.
Oh,
What?
From the wine we enjoy every day with our dinner to the really, really fine stuff.
This is well over £100.
I'm all right.
We'll be exploring stories that not only tell us about wine, but the world we live in today.
It's about weather, soil, grapes, and people.
We're going to show you there's a wine out there for everyone, and trying something different is the best way to understand more about this marvelous drink.
Knock me down with a feather.
Indian rosé.
Wow.
But we're not doing it alone. Our team of wine experts has traveled to 11 countries on 5 continents to bring back the best and most interesting wines.
I'm not sure if this is sort of genius or just bizarre.
Here, to our villa, high in the Italian hills.
Where have you been, Maestro?
I've been to Chile. It was very interesting. We've got 2 fascinating wines.
And we're getting out and about ourselves.
This isn't right.
It is right. It's just you haven't worked it. You don't speak Italian.
Make her speak English.
We're taking a trip across Italy, choosing wines that reflect the spirit of this most beautiful country.
Made your choice?
I've made my choice, but I'm not going anywhere for a bit. I'm going to just luxuriate in it for a second.
In this episode,
Quiet, you quiet.
Joe Fattorini finds out what it means to see red while looking for wine in Moldova.
Chianti, we search out the best to put paid to its cheap and cheerful reputation once and for all.
We don't produce Chianti, but Chianti Classic,
Yes.
which is completely different.
We check out the latest gadgets for spill-free outdoor drinking.
And it tells you the temperature of the soil, which is amazing.
It doesn't.
It doesn't do that.
And
Let me start by saying that there's nothing wrong with Indian food and beer.
Atul Kochhar says exactly what I'd hope he'd say, but looks to the tandoor to create a dish to match his Indian wine.
So do stay with us as we upend the latest vintage bottle.
Of another perfectly decanted episode of The Wine Show.
It can but be that time again. It is time for Journeyman Joe. Here he is!
Hello.
Where in this wine-rich world have you been?
I've come from a long way away.
Oh.
I've come from Chile.
Oh, very nice.
Ah,
you lucky thing. How was it?
It was fantastic. I went to meet a friend and made some new ones as well. These are Chilean wines, but maybe not as you know them. I've got a wine made by a count, but also a wine made from a new friend called Nivaldo, made with an old friend called Derek.
Wasn't expecting that. No, Nivaldo and Derek. Well, as soon as we watch the clip, the sooner we can taste these wines. So here is Joe on a very dusty road in Chile.
Chile's a country I know pretty well, but until now I've never ventured too far from the areas farmed by the big wine companies around Santiago. Today I'm heading south, off the beaten track, following the line of the Andes.
In so many ways, Chile is the perfect place to grow wine. There are long, hot summers, but every evening, cool breezes come in from the country's coastline, and there's only moderate rainfall. And everywhere is protected from the vineyard pests that have ravaged other parts of the world by the high Andes that run the whole length of the country.
But those dramatic mountains tell us another story. Chile's landscape is the result of millions of years of massive geological upheaval. Most recently, in 2010, an earthquake hit Chile that measured 8.8 on the Richter scale.
Among the many people whose lives were hugely affected by the earthquake were Chile's winemakers, and many of them lived in some of the poorest parts of the country, where life was already really tough.
I'm on my way to Sozal, a small town in the remote Maule Valley, 5 hours south of Santiago. It's the kind of place where farmers make small amounts of wine.
But if you travel and you make an effort, you can find the most magical wines in the world.
But the makers of these magical wines were particularly vulnerable to the devastation caused by the quake in 2010. I'm going to meet an old friend of mine, winemaker Derek Mossman Knapp. I haven't seen him for 2 years. He lives here in Chile, having started the Garage Wine Company. Derek, along with British photographer Matt Wilson, were researching a book on the winemakers of Chile when the earthquake hit.
Great to see you.
Good to see you.
How are you?
Welcome. Welcome to Southside.
Great to see you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Matt, nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
Yeah.
You're the photographer who took all the photos around here.
That's right, yeah.
This is the church. I recognise this.
Minus the steeple, yes?
And is this the bit, there was two boys?
Two little boys, two young boys, 8 and 9 years old, were
Yeah.
stood here, and we just walked along the street, took the photograph of them.
There's a lot of damage here. This was a town of 155 homes. There were 15 left standing.
I mean, when I came in, there's still quite a lot of construction. Are people still building things now?
People are still building.
Wow.
As the town heals, so is the community. But memories are still fresh.
You could hear it coming. Like you woke up, but before it really started shaking. You woke up hearing the creaks of the earth. We were told not to take pictures.
There was a nervousness about the wine industry of Chile. I don't know why. I don't really know where it came from, but people seem to be, don't take pictures of that, don't show that side of it.
Yeah.
And I mean, we kind of didn't. We showed the more human side.
You showed an extraordinary number of pictures, but you brought it to life.
Derek decided to do what he could to help.
We had what was left of the 2008 vintage. This, of course, occurred February 27th, 2010. So 2008 was then for sale. We put the rest up for auction amongst friends of the garage.
One of the wine producers Derek wanted to help was old friend Don Nivaldo. For many years before the quake, his farmer produced grapes, which were turned into low-cost jug wine.
Nivaldo le presenta Joe de
Buenas tardes. Buenas tardes, Nivaldo.
Joe,
Nice to
Don
meet you.
Nivaldo. ¿Cómo estamos? ¿Bien?
Hola, no,
Remember Matt?
And you guys have met before?
Yeah, many times. We've known each other for years.
Hola. Hola,
Nivaldo's
buenas
wife,
tardes.
Otelia.
And this is the wall, isn't it? Where...
This is the wall, the famous wall where I shot Nivaldo and his wife those many years ago.
Can we go and have a look? Can we see around in the old house?
La casa.
Gracias, gracias.
Nivaldo and his family have moved into a new, much safer house close by. Looking around their old home, I can see it's far too unstable to live in.
Nivaldo, this room still looks like it must have done 5 years ago. What did you do when the earthquake struck?
La señora abrió la puerta esta y yo abrí la galería afuera. Y ahí le habló a las niñas y salieron.
And what was happening to the room at the time?
Cayendo terrones, caía tierra. Y se apretó la puerta, se había apretado, no salimos tan a tiempo porque se bajó el palo bajo.
What does that feel like when you're trying to escape?
Creíamos que era acabó mundo.
But amid the devastation, Derek had an idea that would turn out to help them both. Even without a geological disaster, farming grapes here is anything but easy. But the vines are old, strong, and their roots go deep into the ground. Remarkably, this makes it possible to farm without any irrigation at all. The vines love these conditions, and Derek had a feeling that this vineyard could create a truly great wine.
This is dry farming. This is all taken care of by horse. This has been the earth in the wintertime in the rains has been opened up.
I'm going to go back. This is by horse.
This is by horse. There are no tractors. Nivaldo doesn't own a vehicle, doesn't have a driver's license. He drives a horse. So it's opened up, and then it's crossed and packed over, and it's packed in so that the moisture from the winter is retained to go through a long, dry summer like we have now.
So no irrigation at all, it's just...
None.
Derek suggested to Nivaldo that they graft high-quality grapes onto the existing rootstock, replacing the low-grade fruit he had before.
These were grapes that Nivaldo was selling to a cooperative to make jug wine. Here, what we've done is we've grafted onto those old roots and we put a new variety on. So this was País, or mission variety, as we would know it in English, and we put Grenache on. And then Nivaldo had originally Carignan, and we've extended it down to the bottom. And down the bottom section there, we have Monastrell or Madaro in the wettest part of the vineyard. And these three elements go together to make a field blend of Nivaldo's farm.
To put this in context, Nivaldo's old grapes produced wine which sold for about 70 pence a bottle. Nivaldo's field blend is now sold under the Garage Wine label. In one Michelin-starred restaurant near London, its special release sells for £30 a glass.
How do you feel about this vineyard now?
It's renovated. It's been reborn.
Yeah. Is this what we're having for lunch today?
Yes, this is what we're having for lunch.
Wow, that's really hot.
It's my last day here in Chile. Before I go, Derek has invited me to meet some other local wine producers at the Erasmo winery.
Jaime.
Jaime. How are you? Nice to meet you. Right, can I help? Go and get this thing set up.
Yeah, we got to pull some wine out and get lunch going.
Right, let's get going.
All the people around the table are part of Movi, a cooperative of independent winemakers from the region.
I think we need to get some of these open, Derek. How often do you guys get together? And is it always like this?
No, we do like to invent an excuse to have a bit of a party.
It has been truly overwhelming to experience how these people are able to celebrate in the face of adversity. Their spirit and determination to rebuild their lives and businesses is something hard to describe without witnessing it firsthand.
For me, what's been great is to come to where it all begins. And I feel I don't just know the wines, I feel I really understand them. Two very different wines, united though, united through winemaking.
Well done, Joe. That was a really lovely film.
I enjoyed making it. Shall I go and pour you some?
Yes! Thank you.
This is Erasmo. This is a Cabernet Merlot blend. Can you smell a sort of red currant aroma?
Definitely.
I can't.
All that I'm getting the berry family.
If you get red currants, it's distinctively Chilean. So it's always a nice thing to know. On red currants, that's probably a Chilean wine. You know, the first duty of wine is to be refreshing.
Yeah.
And that's what they go for here. So that's Cabernet Merlot. Now, this is very different. And this is Nivaldo and Otilia, his wife.
Yeah, no, and what I found fascinating about this is the nature of their vines. I mean, it was so dry.
This is the key.
Extraordinary.
So grab a glass there. You
Yeah, you can.
What's the key? What's the key?
Well, what he has there are these ancient vines. The vines have dug a long way down into the soil, so they can get to water.
The moisture.
Even though there's been no rain maybe for months and months.
And how deep would that be for the roots?
This could be 20, 30 metres under the ground.
Really? That's enormous.
Incredibly deep.
It's certainly not holding back the taste, though, is it?
No.
Good God.
It's distinctive. You won't have tried this before. This is a Carignan, not a grape variety particularly famous in Chile. Not a grape variety particularly famous outside, really, southern France. And it's distinctively spicy, and it's got a tang to it as well.
Yeah, I think I prefer to drink that as a standalone, and this one accompanied by lashings of dripping meat.
Which it does do in lots of very smart restaurants around the world.
Yeah.
I mean, the important thing to remember, you can find out more about the wines, but also about these remarkable projects behind them, behind Movi and behind Nivaldo and so on, all on our website.
As soon as I get a computer, I will.
Yeah, me too. Still to come, we're chilling at the villa.
And this is the vacuum flask for wine.
Joe heads underground to explore one of the world's largest cellars.
And Matthew and I visit the home of the most mysterious smile in the world. Been growing wine here since 1404, and Mona Lisa was born here. Where there's wine, there's a gadget. Whether it's cooling, pouring, or opening, someone has tried to find a way to give us the best glass of wine possible.
But which gadgets are great and which are good for nothing?
Go, gadget guru. No, go.
Do you ever dine al fresco?
I like a picnic now and again.
If you're in Italy, it actually means you're in prison. Here we dine fuori or all'aperto, but let's call it dining al fresco.
All right.
Where do you put your bottle and your glass when you're dining out in the open?
Got an idea.
It's difficult. This is why we have a plant. We take this here.
All right.
Goes into the earth.
That goes into the earth.
Shove it in.
Your bottle goes
What are
like
you
that.
doing?
And then we have these that go like that.
And your glass.
Oh,
goes
that
in.
is actually quite good.
It's clever, that, isn't it?
And it tells you the temperature of the soil, which is amazing.
It doesn't.
It doesn't do that. Oh, you lied to me then.
Now, we've finished our first bottle of wine, but we want something else that's nice and cool. I have this.
Hello. Very manly. Jaunty.
This clever little carrier.
Yeah.
Here, I've got my corkscrew.
Dubry.
That can go back there. And here, with a nice little elasticated top, bottle of wine.
Okay.
But put your hand in there. Go on, shove it in.
Oh, it's cold, like your heart.
It is.
I want to go. Oh, yes, there is a chill.
It's got a special cooling lining inside, so you keep nice and cool.
Good. Not for long, probably.
Well, not for long, no. This will only last a few hours.
Stick that in the freezer and then bring it out and just whip all the kids into the car. Because that could take an hour in itself.
You might have prepared ahead.
Oh. Yeah.
With the Winnebago. This is the vacuum flask for wine.
Oh. What does it do?
Decant the bottle in.
Down. All the way?
Well, we'll just fill it up like that.
Okay, okay.
We can put the top on it.
Then you have to do a sort of
No, because it would over-aerate it.
Sorry.
That's now good for 24 hours.
24 hours?
That's a long time.
That is a long time.
Get you halfway through a festival, that. Right, Matthew, hold a plate.
Yes.
Hold a glass.
Yes.
I want to shake hands. What do you do?
Maybe a quick little... Oh, no?
Beard-to-beard resuscitation, that.
Yes. Yeah.
Look, put that on there.
Look at that.
That on there.
Oh,
lovely to meet you. Isn't that a super device?
Yes!
However, there is still one more solution.
Oh,
because that might not be enough.
He's going for something. Oh,
This is a special The Wine Show.
Yeah, attachment.
So we put that through the base there.
Not sure about this.
Yeah, lean ahead, Matthew. Good.
Oh, I knew it'd be me.
I now pronounce you Lord Matthew.
Isn't that lovely?
Don't move. Let me just top you up. Long straw. I don't like this one.
Neither do I.
It just doesn't make any sense.
No.
You put it on.
I made it.
That's not going to be for everyone. It's great for your granny, maybe.
Maybe a small collar for a chihuahua.
Yeah, there you go.
If somebody was interested in finding out about this, they might like it, they might hate it. If they wanted to ask us about other problems of dining outside, get in touch through Twitter, @WineShowTV. And you could maybe hashtag alfresco dining. I'd be delighted to hear from you.
Yes, he'll write back, Will Owl.
Now, food and wine. When we're thinking about what to drink, we generally choose the wine after we've decided what we're going to eat. But here on The Wine Show, we like to mix it up. We're asking some of the world's greatest chefs to reverse the idea. First, they're picking their favorite wine, then they're planning a dish to match it. I'm curious to know what Matthew and Joe would like to eat with the wine chosen by today's chef.
This one has me very excited.
Why?
Because it hails from a country of which it's wine I've never tasted.
Really?
I'm excited by that.
Do we have to guess? I can't see the label.
Good, good, yes. So you'll be happy.
I do. I love a drop of rosé. Sorry, that puts
It's
me
a nice
in.
rosy, dry, sort of strawberryish.
Any guesses? Any guesses?
Oh, it's not Europe. It's from somewhere outside Europe.
Absolutely,
potentially the Americas.
absolutely.
I honestly couldn't think of what. If it's outside
Oh,
of
let's
Europe.
cut to the chase. Tell him which valley it hails from.
The well-known wine-producing region, the Nasik Valley. Well, it will be in the future. India.
Yes.
Knocked me down with a feather.
An
That's
Indian
really nice.
rosé.
Wow.
That is.
Can't be easy to grow grapes in India.
Oh no, you'd be wrong. There is quite a lot of winemaking,
be
particularly around Mumbai, and then you go near Goa. There are lots of producers around there.
Cool, really?
It's an up-and-coming area, and on the whole, in my experience, a lot of producers, a bit like Italian producers, make wine to go with Italian food. A lot of Indian producers make wine to go with Indian food.
Of
So
course.
my guess is, anything from India, you're moving in the general direction of some sort of spiced or heavily flavoured dish.
Well, obviously, sadly, we don't have enough time to try an Indian white, an Indian red, so I plumbed straight down the middle and got us a rosé. However, our chef did choose a red, a Zinfandel, to cook with, and here to tell us exactly what he cooked to accompany his Zinfandel is Atul Kochhar.
My name is Atul Kochhar. I'm chef patron of Benares Restaurant, and my restaurant is on Berkeley Square. As time has gone by, people are more and more convinced that you can drink wines with Indian food. It's worthy of that. Let me start by saying that there's nothing wrong with Indian food and beer. I love it too, okay? However, wines are something, it's a food element in my opinion rather than drink element. That's how I see wines. A wine has got, let's say, about 2,000 elements. different notes in terms of flavors. Indian food, being very complicated food, has got 10,000 elements. I strongly believe there'll be at least 1,000 elements between them that will match with each other, and that's a good combination. So I think an Indian wine would be a perfect combination. Indian wines are a very new thing, to be honest. There's one young person who started a vineyard called Sula Vineyard. 20 years ago, when he started making those wines, even I thought he was crazy. Now I look at him as a genius because he has revolutionized Indian wine industry. There are so many vineyards coming up every day now. So a Zinfandel I have on my mind, which is fruity, light-bodied, and it has, again, like lime, it has got a rounded up flavor. No big clash, but a huge complement to each other. As an Indian, I look at flavors. When I'm using cardamom, cinnamon, clove, even black pepper, heat is the last thing that comes to my mind, to be honest. And I always suggest people to use no more than 3 to 5 spices when you're trying to cook one thing, and you create your meal around it. So I'm going to choose lamb chops. And I'm going to marinate with paprika and chili in terms of flavor rather than heat. Also, there'll be ginger garlic paste to give body to it. And then we'll smoke it and cook it in tandoori oven, which will actually round up the beautiful flavor of smokiness and the chili flavors. And we serve that with an aubergine puree. I think tandoori lamb chops would be a perfect combination for my wine. India is very pleased as a country that there is something else to drink other than lassi or beer. We have learned a lot about wines in the last 20 years. There's a lot more to be learned, to be honest. We are not experts on that. There are a lot of things we get wrong too. But a lot of things which have come around Indian food and Indian wines have just come and embraced it so nicely. There are millions of wines I can pick from across the globe, but just the fun, just the kick, just the challenge, which gets you near your home in terms of your food and the drink that comes from your own motherland. I think that chuckles me. I love it. I love that fact.
Still to come, the Cold War continues for Joe in one part of the former Soviet Union.
I am freezing. It's unbelievably chilly down here. It's Baltic.
And Rhys and I fall in love.
I'm taking a case of that home with me. And I'm making you pay for it.
I'll do it, I will.
With a fine Chianti.
Italy, a place where food and wine dominate life like no other nation on earth.
But in a country with 350 wine varieties and even more type of grape, just where did two novices start?
We're looking to our mentor, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Joe Fattorini, for help.
He's creating a trip across Italy so we can learn a little about this country's best wines.
But sending us to the nearest bottle shop is just not his style.
Yes, this is certainly more than just a jaunt through the Italian countryside.
This is the wine showcase. There are currently 4 wines here. There are still 8 wines for you to find. And each wine will summarize some aspect of the spirit of Italy. Italy has given the world the great Italian restaurant. But where would a great restaurant be without a great wine?
Closed.
True. Very funny. I want you to go and find a wine that captures the spirit of a great Italian restaurant. But this task has the potential to become a complete fiasco. Right, stop looking at each other. Off you go.
Yep. Come on then.
Well, who doesn't love an Italian trattoria? Pasta, pizza, and lashings of red.
But where are we actually going? Because I know one thing, there's more to Italian restaurants than that. There's thousands of different kinds of places, from posh restaurantes to down-to-earth osterias.
Yes, okay, you're right. Let's stop for a glass of wine, because I've got an inkling I know what this is all really about. I found something out and I placed an order. And I think that Joe was throwing us a bit of a curveball. Well, actually, he was helping us, but he gave us a cryptic clue.
Ooh.
Grazie.
Grazie.
This basket, that's a fiasco. That's
The actual basket?
The actual basket. And the wine, therefore, it is associated with is...
Chianti.
Is Chianti. Joe wants us, clearly, to research Chianti.
Cheers. Woo! Takes me back.
I'm not going to smell it.
Have I still got enamel left?
None. I happen to love Chianti, Rhys, and there's much more to it than its undeserved reputation for being a bit cheap and rough.
Nothing wrong with cheap and rough.
True. But we're visiting the antithesis of that, the Villa Vignamaggia, deep in the heart of the Chianti region of Tuscany. And this was built in the 14th century, but more importantly, it's been growing wine here since 1404, and it was in 1479 that Mona Lisa was born here, if you can imagine that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really. And it was her husband who commissioned the painting. And the vineyards that stretch out in front of the villa have been making Chianti for centuries.
Francesco Nardi is the winemaker here. He's strived for 30 years to rebuild Chianti's good name. We're meeting him to find out why he's had to work so hard.
Chianti had a bad crisis in 70s because they became a poor wine, cheap. It's more than a wine, they became a drink. In a large bottle, a fiasco, 2 liters.
Yeah. Do you still use or serve your Chianti in a fiasco, or do you just
fiasco
go, no?
means cheap wine.
Yes. Yeah.
First of all, we don't produce Chianti, but Chianti Classico, which is completely different. Chianti Classico is a DOCG. That means that a special commission tastes each wine we bottle. If it's good, they give us a special government strip that we put on the bottle together with the black rooster. It's the symbol of the consorzio, society for the producers, the Chianti Classico producers.
For once, our mission isn't just about wine, it's about food.
And if the mission was to find wine that reflects the great Italian restaurant, we're in the right place.
Oh, wow, that's beautiful. Thank you so much. Grazie mille.
Prego.
Grazie.
Traditionally, an Italian meal comprises many courses, but we're limiting it to 3 today, and Francesco has chosen 3 of his wines to accompany.
To begin, a pastry basket filled with vegetables and topped with cheese. Francesco pairs this, unsurprisingly, with a Chianti Classico.
It's a simple wine, good with this food.
And it has?
The government strip and the black rooster.
Of course, the black rooster.
The Rhys.
Yes, we're safe.
It's pleasant, good color, but not too deep.
It's just lovely.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
It's traditional style Chianti Classico.
Classic.
Listen to that. Listen to that.
Is this a traditional dish, or is this a dish of the
Not
of the
so
villa?
traditional, but Italian.
Yeah. Well, it complements the cheese incredibly well, doesn't it? I mean, I wouldn't know how to describe that flavour. What would you say that is? It's very
drinkable.
Very drinkable, which is not probably enough for the viewer, is it?
I'm joking.
There's a little bit of sort of fruit and...
There's a tiny little bit of spice at the end.
Yeah.
But it's very slight.
Yes.
And then a very lovely, warm, dry finish.
Yeah.
As it goes down.
Oh, look out. It's like a work of art.
Isn't that beautiful?
Grazie mille.
Prego.
Grazie.
The next wine goes with our primi piatti, lasagnetti. Pasta with tomatoes and ricotta cheese.
Here we are with the second wine. This wine is a Chianti Classico. Its name is Gherardino because the Gherardini family built Vignamaggia 600 years ago.
Wow. That's in their honour. Fantastic. Great. Lucky old them. Old is right.
Yes. 600 years.
600 years. Imagine that.
Do you like this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, the flavor is different,
Oh,
more
yeah.
complex.
Yeah.
And softer, which is very important for our customers.
That'd be a wet Sunday afternoon with some roast beef.
Embalm me.
Yes, and a good fire.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Very good.
Great. Speaking of which, going back to it. Can't wait.
What do you think about this wine comparing the first one?
Well, as you said, this is quite full-bodied, and it feels. This is, as I said, quite a light wine that you can enjoy with a starter or something like that. This is a complementary, certainly with the meat.
The last wine goes with the secondi, pollo cacciatore, hunter's chicken.
So we are going to taste our Gran Selezione 2010, which is the top of our Chianti Classico, Castello di Mona Lisa.
This is Francesco's favourite, by the way.
Yes, it is, sure. It's a Sangiovese, the main part, 85%, with a little bit of Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon. It's completely different from the previous wine you have tasted, but taste it.
It's not hold off on ceremony.
Grazie.
Look at the difference in colour immediately, by the way.
It's completely different.
Yeah.
Flavor is more complex. You can smell not only cherry and strawberries, but also chocolate, tobacco,
there's a lot of that.
licorice, and I think the perfect time it will be in 2-3 years.
It's perfect now. Yeah, that's brilliant because it's very complicated. There's a lot going on in there, isn't there? But that's incredibly smooth. There is not a special occasion, be that putting your feet up after a day with a family, that's pretty special. But I mean, proper special occasion that wouldn't suit.
No.
I'm taking a case of that home with me. And I'm making you pay for it.
I'll do it. I
Good
will.
man.
Gladly.
Thanks, Rhys. It was grown out there, picked out there, loved out there, brought over there, squashed over there, put into a bottle over there,
Sniffed over
served
there.
up here with some fantastic food.
The treat for me was seeing someone, because he kind of he's quite definite.
Stripped back.
Yeah, he strips away. He goes, doesn't matter what wine comes from where and what year. At the end of the day, it's about weather, soil, grapes, and people. Made your choice?
I've made my choice, but I'm not going anywhere for a bit. I'm going to just luxuriate in it for a second.
I'll stay here with you. Before you say anything, unlike us, this isn't wrapped in a fiasco.
No.
And I'll cut to the chase.
Boom.
Before it goes in there,
Yes.
there's one bottle of wine on the table.
There is. We dropped
Explain.
one. We dropped one.
We dropped one on the way. We knew this was the one that had to go in, and it wasn't that there weren't other choices, but we were so emphatically agreed upon the same bottle of wine. So we hope you like it.
You're sitting like a nervous schoolboy.
He is.
I'm a nervous schoolboy, really, and because I know it's against the nature of the game slightly, so it'll all be upon what your taste buds say, I suppose.
What can you tell me about this wine? Very much?
Very well balanced.
It is long finish.
Yes, we thought we could pretty much handle anything thrown at it,
Yeah.
cuisine-wise.
And just on its own, it's beautiful, and also the story behind Vignomaggio and Francesco. This is a magic wine, we think. So,
And we love the story of the black cockerel.
yes.
You have listened, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're speaking eloquently and you know the history. Should we try some?
Yes. Let's hope this isn't a fiasco.
If you were going to do this with any of the wines we chose, this was the one to do it with.
There is a god.
I expected you to bring at least 2 wines back. You have managed to choose Chianti Classico, which, if you are in doubt, is a wine to go and choose off a list when you can't find anything else. This time you have done a remarkable job. It's a beautiful wine from a beautiful region, and it doesn't actually need two of them.
Oh, good. How glorious.
Yeah, we just
The go-to wine goes to the box.
I don't know if you're bright or just very lucky.
Lucky.
Lucky. That's very good.
Still to come, Joe has given way too much thinking time deep inside a Moldovan mountain.
And he takes us behind the Iron Curtain with a wine from his very own cellar.
I think that Moldovan winemaking happened in isolation of the rest of the world.
Wow, there's a number of people who said about myself and Mr. Good, what an interesting pair.
Yeah.
They are, aren't they? One of them has come from my own cellar, which is this.
Look at that. I love the colours. It's like an old propaganda poster.
I'm going to pour you some. This is a 1975
Thank you.
Cabernet Sauvignon from the Republic of Moldova. This is wine that's made for the Kremlin.
Was it really?
It absolutely was. Moldova was for a long time the main source of wine for the Soviet Union. Have a try.
It's almost going to be staggeringly good.
It's very interesting. This came out through the Russian Wine Company, and Moldova was the source of wine for the whole of the Soviet Republic, the main wine producer.
Was it?
Absolutely. And so I'd been really keen to go to Moldova for a long time because I've had 2 or 3 cases of this, different vintages, to see what it was like. And I knew about these amazing cellars. This comes from the Krikova cellars, famous Krikova cellars in Moldova. It has this interesting smell, but the palate is dried out. Look at this. This is the shortest cork I think I've ever seen. And I think that Moldovan winemaking happened in isolation of the rest of the world.
Thank God. I mean, it does look like an old propaganda label. And I'm now starting, I mean, you can propaganda all you like, but I mean, no one is going to convince me of that is a great year.
Propaganda, that would fell a goose.
It's a properly Cyrillic label, isn't it?
Well, I wonder why you've given us a bottle of your 75, you kind and wonderful man. Let's find out what Joe got up to in Moldova.
For most of us, choosing a wine is a fairly simple process. We think about what colour we want, how much we want to pay, or what food we're going to eat with it. When we think about where in the world the wine comes from, we tend to think about it in terms of what it says about us.
But I don't imagine many of us think of politics when we're staring at the shelves. Few places in the wine world have felt the effect of global politics more than Moldova.
Sandwiched between Romania and Ukraine, Moldova's a small country. There's only around 4 million people. But what it lacks in size, it more than makes up for in wine production. Per head, Moldova produces more wine than any other country in the world. It's around 400 million litres. And a quarter of the entire country is involved in the winemaking in some form or another. Up until 2013, a lot of that went to Russia. Half of all the wine drunk in Russia came from Moldova. And it's not surprising. Moldova was part of the Soviet Union, so they sold wine to their old friends up in the north.
But in 2006 and again in 2013, Russia banned the import of Moldovan wine. The effects are devastating. The official reason? Quality control. Russia said that the wine was contaminated. But the unofficial reason, some say the real reason, was more about politics than pesticides. So what is really going on? I'm hoping Dmitry Munteanu, a director at the National Office of Vine and Wine, can shed some light on the events that so crippled Moldova.
Scotland's a huge producer of whiskey, and I know that if their biggest export market said, no, we're banning your product, it would be a national disaster. For Moldova, with wine, that must have had the same sort of effect.
It was a shock. It was an unbelievable situation because Russia prohibited not only the import of Moldovan wines, but all the wines that were already placed on the shelf was destroyed. So we lost $300 million for wines that we exported. In 2013, we had the second ban. They decided that our wines are not good anymore
But why did they make that decision?
We considered it a political decision. They say that our wines are not good in terms of quality. However, we are exporting our wines in more than 14 different countries, including United States, European countries, United Kingdom. So, yeah, we are quite surprised.
What impact have the bans had on ordinary wine producers in Moldova?
Some of the people were quite scared that they lost the Russian market and they still dream to be reopening for our products. But some of the people decided that this is it and they start to search partners in other markets. And they succeed.
But do some people want to go back?
Exactly, yes. We are still, the society is divided like 50-50. Some still think that the Soviet Union was better times.
The question is, does Moldova want to look west to a more European future or back to its communist past? On the other side of the city, a Lenin memorial sits forgotten, or at least that's what we are told.
If you thought that this was a country that wasn't fighting between engagement with the West and its old communist past, you're absolutely wrong.
Quiet, you quiet. Don't speak.
Understandably, we stop filming. We are silenced. But I can't help thinking it wouldn't happen in Burgundy or the Barossa. For people to move on and compete in the global wine market, Moldova needs a new identity, a brand that will stand out. What Moldova does have are the biggest sellers in the world. The Krikova wine cellars were once a limestone mine. They're so big, you can run a marathon and a half inside and never pass the same wines twice. The tunnels go on for miles and miles and miles. About 60, to give you some idea. As well as its huge cellar, Krikova holds the national wine collection. It's been visited by many famous dignitaries from around the world. Some even keep a private collection of wines here. Alexandru Alexeyev is commercial director. He's a very busy man. Shortly before meeting, we're told that his time with me might be limited.
Now we are 80 meters in the underground. Yeah. And something like this you can't find anywhere in the world.
I've never seen anything like this.
1,200,000 bottles of old collection wines, not only Moldovan wines. We have more than 600 kinds of wines from many countries of the world.
This one just in front of us here, this is Mosel from Germany.
Yeah, Mosel from Germany, 1935. This is the wine from Göring collection. We have
Hermann Göring.
Hermann Göring, yeah. We have 129 bottles from Göring collection.
How did they get to be here? At the end of the war, the Red Army found them?
Yeah, Red Army found them. They transport them to Moscow. And in 1953, we get them from Moscow.
I know I read before you have some political collections. I mean, I suppose Göring is a political figure, but you have more modern political figures as well. Who would I know who has a collection of wine down here?
Angela Merkel or Mr. Putin or John Kerry.
So the senior big political figures like this. In a more delicate question, does Vladimir Putin come and take his wines back to Moscow?
Yeah, for the last time that he became president, we organized for him about 200 bottles. I will come back in 15 minutes.
You need to get away now, do you?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you have a meeting to go to?
Yeah. It's a general meeting.
Okay. Well, shall just try and enjoy this collection on my own. Aha. Hozilot
from that great winemaking country, Uzbekistan. Really could do with somebody being here. I mean, all the bottles look exactly the same. I tell you what, I am freezing. It's unbelievably chilly down here. It's summer outside. I'm Baltic. Oh.
After my tour, it's time to try some wine. Alexandru's meeting has finished.
You taste?
I have, yes. Thanks for coming back. I was going to go and have some of these reds as well.
Yeah, let's taste Quadro.
Okay.
2011. Excellent year, was in Moldova. This wine will be excellent with some meat.
To be fair, like many of Moldova's producers, the wines at Cricova are good, and it's an experience I'll not forget in a hurry. But I can't help feeling that if this was a winery in France or Australia, as a journalist on a pre-arranged visit, I wouldn't be left to wander the corridors alone.
As I see it, this is the real problem facing Moldova now. If it wants to be part of Europe, to be part of the global market, its winemakers need an identity. They need brands that stop consumers from drinking a regular bottle of Australian Shiraz to choose a bottle of something that's different, something unique, and something Moldovan.
There are some producers who get that and have moved on. There are some producers who've rejected it and are stuck in the past. And there are some that think they've moved on, but really haven't.
That was eye-opening. Slightly terrifying. It's slightly, we should open this to celebrate the fact you weren't used as his toothpick.
He was a very big man.
I would love to go to that cellar. I mean, it's the most extraordinary wine cellar I've ever seen. Does it have French wines? Is it all Moldovan? Is it... What else is there?
Overwhelmingly Moldovan wines.
Really?
There are then these sort of diplomatic gifts from, and some of them not so diplomatic. Let's go and give myself a splash. This is the heaviest bottle
I know,
think we've
doing
ever
well.
had on this
Actually, it's a gorgeous-looking thing.
This is Moldova's answer to Cristal champagne, something like that, in a crystal bottle with exactly the same principle. Because of the pressure, you have to have such a thick, almost an inch of glass at the bottom.
Wow.
And I suspect this is a little bit of Soviet-era bling.
Flamboyance.
This is a very different style of wine. It's the same production method.
Yes. What's the grape? Is it a Chardonnay?
It is Chardonnay. I suspect with a variety of other things. There are lots of interesting blends, but it's certainly mostly Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
But I must tell you now that I think that is delicious, and it's not surprising, but honestly delicious. What do you think, Rhys?
I'd agree. I was a little, as always...
the curl out of your hair after that last one.
Thankfully, I was, as always, a little nervous. I thought I was getting a sweet overtone, some sweety citrus, maybe. And then a very dry finish.
There was something very sad about going to Moldova. It makes lovely wines. They weren't necessarily the greatest wines I've ever had, but then we discovered a quarter of the population is in some way involved in wine production.
Yeah, that's amazing. The statistics at the beginning were staggering.
Yeah. Look, if somebody was interested in trying Moldovan wines, maybe not from 1975 and maybe not like this remarkable bottle of sort of crystalline fizz, but if they wanted to know more about these wines, we do have all the information on our website.
This has been a brilliant episode. Thanks very much, Jay. Thank you very much, Matthew. And thank you very much for you guys at home. And please do join in again and watch another episode of The Wine Show very soon. Well, let's find out if Joe got bowled over in Moldova.
This is a horribly clever segue there.
Can I use that?